Hey everyone, it's Kelly here with She Learns Video, and today I am going to share with you how you can get started with adding videography to your photography business. I have an essential guide to adding video to your photo business on my website at shelearnsvideo.com, and this video is going to walk you through those exact same 10 steps that you need to follow to take you from not knowing much at all about video all the way to adding it into your business and starting to charge clients. So let's jump in, follow these steps, and I guarantee you, you will be adding video to your photography business in no time. Okay, so what's the first step when you're thinking about getting started with videography? It's to learn the gear and the settings. So the good news is a lot of the gear you probably already have, especially gear that you need when you're just first starting out. We have a few tutorials and blog posts on this exact topic, and we've created some other YouTube videos that share a little bit about how you can know what gear is right for you and give you the opportunity to start setting that up in the right way to start shooting video. So check those out. I'll definitely link them below. But step number one is just find the right gear that you need to start shooting the video and then learn how to get that camera set up. The other thing I'll add, when you're setting up your camera, you also need to learn how to operate it in video mode. So things are a little bit different when it comes to shooting video because obviously your camera is continuously shooting, whereas with a photograph, you're just taking, one still image. So there is a little bit to learn as far as settings go, as far as things like frame rate, getting your white balance proper in camera, making sure that exposure is perfect. And these are all things that will come through practice, which is step number 2. I can't say this enough. When you're learning a new skill, practicing on a regular basis is the only thing that's really going to help you learn and hone that craft over time. So find different subjects to practice on. You could practice on your dog, your kids, your husband, anybody that will let you create a film about them, or even just shooting some little video clips and practicing things like focus, working on audio capture, how to use your camera, how to move your camera. These are all things that if you start practicing on your own free time, you will be a great success by the time you're actually getting in front of clients and utilizing videography. Okay, so now that you have your camera set up, you know what gear to use, you've started to practice and play around with shooting video, the next step is to learn how to edit and choose an editing software. So when you're first starting out, I understand this can be intimidating because when we all started out with photography, learning Lightroom or Photoshop and how to edit our images, it's a little bit overwhelming. And when you start to add in a new skill like video, learning a new editing software is going to come with a learning curve. Like anything, you will get better over time. There are a few different softwares out there that you can choose, especially when you're first getting started. I like to encourage filmmakers to find a free option. So a free software where you don't necessarily have to invest a lot of money up front. We want to make this process easy, accessible, and fun, especially in the beginning. So let's find some tools that are free to use. The tools I would recommend for video editing when you're getting started are iMovie and DaVinci Resolve. Both of these are free. If you have a Mac, iMovie is already going to be installed on your computer. And if you don't have a Mac, or perhaps you want to learn a different software, you could utilize DaVinci Resolve. I've heard great things about DaVinci Resolve. I personally used iMovie when I was first getting started with editing films, and it's a pretty simple tool, and I encourage you to utilize something that's going to help you learn how to lay out a timeline, learn how to perhaps adjust a little bit of your colors, your white balance, your exposure. These are things that I encourage you to get right in camera, but as you learn to edit and play around with your footage, you'll really find a style that fits you as far as how you put the film together and the way that you make it look. So editing's a big step. Definitely take your time on this one, but it is essential when you're thinking of adding video to your business. Now that you know how to use your camera, you know what gear you need, you've got everything set up, you've started to learn how to utilize that camera on your own family or your own children, and you've started to learn how to edit your footage, the next step, step number 4, is to create a model call. So put it out there in the world, tell your current clients, ask your friends, create an opportunity to start making films for people who are outside of your immediate bubble. I encourage you to do a model call with people who are active in your community or active on social media, people who don't mind you sharing their films and perhaps getting the word out there a little bit more about what you plan to start offering in adding video to your photography business. So now that you have done some model calls and you've perhaps made some family films of your own, you need to start putting together your portfolio. So step number 5, build that portfolio up. Perhaps you're creating a new page on your website, or you're putting together a YouTube channel or some videos on Vimeo. Anywhere you want to host it is totally fine, but create your own portfolio to start sharing the films that you're making. Okay, and step number 6, now that you have the portfolio, how are you going to start integrating this into your business? So take a while to think about this, but step number 6 is creating your offerings. So if you're a family photographer and you want to start adding these into your family sessions, perhaps you are going to be doing family photo and film sessions. Or maybe you're just doing it as an add-on bonus if someone wants to upgrade their session. Or maybe you just want to do films. You just want to be a family filmmaker and you've created a whole new option within your company to just solely focus a session on films. There are so many different directions you can take videography. Personally, I've been doing a lot of video branding for people in my community who are small business owners. I also really love making wedding films because of the ability to craft the story surrounding the couple and surrounding their day. Video really has endless possibilities. There's so many ways you can get creative with it, and it's in such demand right now. There are so many people out there that are looking to utilize video content for their special events, their own families, and for their businesses. So think creatively and create the offerings that best fit your business and your brand. Okay, now you have a portfolio, you have your offerings created. It's time to start sharing this with the world. Start sharing it with friends, your email newsletter, on social media, anywhere you can get the word out there, and maybe your model's helping you get the word out there as well. Definitely start spreading the news. If people don't know that you have this opportunity, you're not going to have others investing in it. So a big key, and I know it can be uncomfortable because personally, I'm not one to go around tooting my own horn all the time, but when you have a really cool new offering, it's something you have to do. If you don't get the word out there about it, no one's gonna do it for you. So definitely start sharing and do it right away. People are going to be excited about the new project that you have coming up, and they're going to want to get a video made for themselves. Tip number 8 is to educate your audience. And what that means is that you need to make sure not only are you sharing this information, but you're letting your clients know how it can serve them and benefit them. Perhaps you have a birth client booked upcoming for photography. You need to let her know that you've now started offering videos and give her the opportunity to upgrade to a video package. There are so many times that people are just unaware of what's going on behind the scenes in our business. So if you're not educating and sharing this information, then clients aren't going to know about it. So find ways you can serve your clients and share this information and educate them in how it's going to help them. Number 9, continue to invest in yourself. So this one is so important. As a filmmaker, I am always learning. Every time I put together one of these videos for you, I am learning new skills. I am trying to push myself to make better content, to get better in my filmmaking abilities, and I encourage you to do the same. You know, it's one of those things that we can get tired over time of doing the same things over and over, and if you start adding video into your business, this is going to become very secondhand. So do continue to educate yourself, push yourself, learn new skills, get creative, and I promise video is going to serve you and your business so well for many, many years to come. Finally, number 10, think outside the box. So for me, this is something that kind of comes naturally. I love to sit down and brainstorm creative ideas within my business, work with other small business owners on how we can create fun things together and collaborate. And you just really need to look at your business and think of ideas that will serve your clients through the power of video. You can now add video to your business. You've practiced, you've learned the gear, you've shared the information, and now you just have to get creative and start thinking outside of the box. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope if you've ever considered adding video to your small business that you go out there and start learning the skills to start adding this in and serving your clients in a whole new way. I know it is going to pay off, and I'm so excited for you to be here and learn. If you want more information, go to shelearnsvideo.com, sign up for our email list, and you will get the full PDF that explains all these steps, and you can follow along in that way as well. If you have any questions, drop us a comment below, hit the like button, subscribe, share with all your friends, and thanks so much for watching.